Hey, I noticed a problem with this episode of Cobra Kai. Specifically, it's the third episode of the second season, Fire and Ice. If you're not familiar with Cobra Kai, it's a YouTube premium series starring William Zabka and Ralph Macchio, reprising their roles of Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso, respectively, from the 1980s Karate Kid films. The show explores, among other things, questions of what does it mean to be middle-aged when you peaked in high school, what is it to be or have a mentor, and can we ever see ourselves as the villain in somebody else's story? The first two episodes are available to the public, so you can get a feel for it without needing a YouTube Premium subscription. But I'm not here to talk about the show, really. I'm here because I noticed a problem and I want to fix it. So, I'm going to try to avoid spoilers for this episode. So what you need to understand before you watch this clip is that characters at the start of the day are talking about something that's going to happen at the end of the day. Hopefully that doesn't spoil anything. Of course, that means that we're going to need a day-to-night transition. Now, if you're just watching this transition, it's fine. We have a series of shots, each one at a different time of day, indicating that it's getting later and later until finally it's dark out. But if you listen to it, did you hear that? Or rather, did you not hear that? I'm going to play it again, and this time pay attention to the guitar. Did you catch that? The problem with the guitar is that it's too abrupt. It doesn't come in underneath the other music, it just starts. And that leads us to think that he started at the same time. They handled the visual transition just fine, but the audio transition is more akin to
nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime.
Yeah. The guitar player only strums for about a bar and a half before ending his song, and then the audience applauds. Normally that kind of audience reaction would indicate that he'd just finished a really good set. Or maybe the audience is just relieved that the 20-something white guy with the acoustic guitar didn't launch into a half-hour jam of his favorite Dave Matthews covers. You can just imagine them thinking, ugh, there's nothing worse than a 20-something white guy with an acoustic guitar who overstays his welcome on stage. And I say that as a 30-something white guy with an acoustic guitar. Alright, so we have our problem. What's our fix? Well, all I did was extract the audio from that section of the video, put it into Pro Tools, made 2 copies of the section of the sound file where he's just strumming his guitar, move those copies backwards in the timeline, line them up, fade them in, bounce out a new file, which I then added to the original footage, and let's see how that turned out. There, I fixed it. All joking aside, a lot of work goes into these productions, and it's easy for a tiny thing like this to get missed. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I was the only person who thought that this was an error or a flub. But I had fun fixing it, and I hope you had fun watching me have fun. That's all I have for now. If there's anything else out there that needs fixing, you let me know.
Thank you for watching the Karate Kid and Cobra Kai and BBC Talking Animals are the property of their respective copyright holders. Oh,